Hi, I'm Becca and welcome to what I like to call my yoga church. This is the space that I practice yoga here in my home. And I would like to invite you to do a practice with me in the yoga church today, a special practice I built around Earth Day. This is a vinyasa flow practice. We will be flowing through a lot of grounding postures, but also doing a lot of exploration in the balancing posture of tree or Vrksasana. This posture will allow us to both ground into the earth and begin to elevate the upper body and the spirit as we practice balancing. As April has gotten warmer, like probably many of you, I have been out in the garden trying to rescue my tulips and irises from the onslaught of grass and dandelions. And every time I'm in the garden, I learn a lot. But recently, what I really felt was important to share was that little roots can make a big difference. And sometimes you don't realize that until it's just a network of gnarly roots versus your hand and a shovel. And so what I really want to do is to offer a flow to remind you that even little roots can make a big difference within your life. Every opportunity that we have to ground down into the center, our center of truth, our center of wisdom, our center of vitality, is a chance to really expand our network of freedom and of truth and of honesty with ourselves. So that is what I hope that we will be able to do today. I do have one disclaimer for this practice, aside from the fact that it's filmed on my iPhone and I am not a professional photographer or videographer. The disclaimer is that I said this yoga church is in my home and I do not live alone. I share this home with my husband, my almost 5-year-old daughter, our dog, and our cat. So if you hear or are currently hearing any sounds or see any of those beautiful living creatures, you're not seeing things, they are real. This is yoga in real life where distractions happen and we just continue to roll with it. Please know that you too are needed and loved. I hope to see you on the mat. Namaste. Let's begin on our mats. You can kneel or you can sit with your legs crossed in front of you. You can choose to sit with your legs straight out in front of you or in lotus or half lotus position, whatever feels comfortable for you today. As you sit, take a deep breath in. Roll the shoulders a little bit. Let the tailbone sink a little bit towards the floor. Create space from your tailbone all along the sides of your body. Let the rib cage float just a little bit further away from the belly. Let the shoulders spread just a little bit more open. And bring the fingertips down to the floor. Letting the fingertips touch the floor as you gently close your eyes. From your tailbone, reaching down towards the center of the earth. Feeling a connection from that strong red center core of the earth, bringing it up through the body, reaching through the center of the body and pulling all the way up to the top of the head. From the top of the head, reaching up towards the sky, pulling graciousness and energy and beauty from the heavens, through the crown of your head, and all the way down through to the connection where your seat meets the earth. connection both ways, grounding into the earth, floating up towards the sky, the body gently maintaining that balance of flying, of grounding. Reach the arms up towards the sky from the sides as you slowly open your eyes and inhale. And exhale, press the palms towards the earth, tuck your chin. Inhale up. And exhale, turn the palms down, press your chin towards your chest. Let fingertips graze the earth. Inhale up. Press the palms together, and then exhale, turn the palms, press them apart, keep the shoulders open, tuck the chin as you exhale. One more time. Inhale up. Press fingertips and palms together, turn the palms outward, exhale, reach out and down, tucking your chin at the very last moment. Come to your table position, and let's start actually by tucking those toes under, squeezing the toes through, and then sitting back, hips over the heels, using the weight of your body to get a nice stretch in the ball of your foot and maybe even to the tips of the toes. Inhale up from the side. Exhale, palms open into your cactus arms or football goal posts, whichever you prefer. Inhale, open the chest, reach the shoulder blades together, elbows back, and exhale. Concave the back, reach the hands forward. Inhale up, straight back, core engaged. Exhale, breathe it down, cactus arms. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades back, and exhale, reach it forward. Inhale up, exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back, keep the core engaged, and exhale. Concave the back, reach the arms forward, stretch the opposite way, and then come up off of those toes. Feel that tingling in the toes, connecting into the earth. Sit back with toes, with the tops of the feet flat onto the mat, and go ahead and lean back again, but this time trying to pull the knees up off of the mat. As far up as you would like to go, you're going to feel that stretch across the tops of your feet. Centering into the earth, really giving those feet a chance to get some massaging and some relief and lots of connection to the ground. And then back up to your table, taking any movements that you need to make. Maybe you popped, just like I did, roll those shoulders. Cat, cow as you take deep breaths in and out. Come to neutral spine, pulling that belly button in. Bring that right leg back behind you. Really maintaining a flat lower back, pulling the belly in and trying to press into all 10 fingers as you hold this nice posture. Squeeze the glutes, lift that heel up, and then turn the toes and the knees of the right foot open, letting your hip open up too. Here's the challenge, try not to let your shoulders open, and then drop that hip. Turn the toes and knees to the other side as you drop the hip, getting a lot of rotating motion across the low back and into the hips. Repeat this posture or this movement, toes and knees opening and closing the entire leg into the hip socket. Pressing strongly into the hands as you continue to breathe. And one more time, inhale, open, exhale, release. And let's do the other side. Bring that left leg out. Strong across the core, strong across the shoulders. Tight through the belly. And then turn the left toes up as you keep the shoulders straight, opening up the left hip and knee. Turn the left toes down, let the hip drop a little bit. Opening and closing, worming across the shoulders as they stay nice and firm. Belly staying nice and firm, opening up the hips. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, and release. Come back up off of those wrists. Maybe turn them over. We've warmed the wrists up a little bit already in our table, so go ahead and stretch them out. With the palms facing onto the ground, fingers facing you, stretch out the forearms and the backs of the wrists while slowly rocking back and forth. Let's stretch out the front of the wrists by bringing those fingertips and thumbs together towards you and then placing them on the ground. Pressing into the backs of the wrists only as much as you need to. Pulling the fingertips and the thumb upwards towards your body. Get a nice stretch on the opposing side. Inhale and exhale. Let's continue. Back into your table. Inhale that right leg up. Open the hip, and this time turn the left toes onto the outside of the mat as you come up to your supported side plank. Breathe in. Feel the inner thighs squeezing towards each other in an L shape. Really press that left palm into the ground. Now go ahead and set that right foot down. Reach your right palm towards the floor, connecting from your chest. So the line from the sternum to the palm stays nice and straight. You're just turning the whole thing as an L towards the floor. So this time hips are staying open and the shoulders are turning a little bit. Let that hand scoop the floor and inhale, bring it up. Continue this motion, opening up the ribs, pressing strongly into that left shoulder, right hand moving and opening. One more time. Hips are square, shoulders are opening. Inhale and exhale. Let's do the same to the other side. Bring that left leg out nice and long. Turn those left toes and knees out. Go ahead and swivel the right heel off of the mat or toes off of the mat. Open up towards the left side of your mat into your side plank. And hold. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Engage the glutes. Inhale, press firmly into the right side and then let that left foot drop. Nice straight line from the left palm to the left sternum. Now let both turn towards the mat. A little twist. Drop the hand and pull it up and across the chest. And exhale, turn and inhale. Reach it up. Exhale, turn. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn towards the mat. Inhale, open it up. Abs are tight. One more time. Exhale, reach for the mat. And inhale, open up. And bring it back down to your table and back to your hands and knees. Roll those wrists out. My favorite when I need a break in using the wrists is to squeeze, make a ring with thumb and index finger and just squeeze right in there where all of those tendons and ligaments might be creased from your pressure with your plank. Moving back into your tabletop position, scooping those toes under, really drawing the shoulder blades down and back, strong across the front of the chest, keeping it nice and tight, pressing into each digit of the hand as well as the palm, and then bring those knees up off of the ground. So we have toes and palms, fingertips pressing into the earth, while our core pulls us away from the earth, grounded and flying at the same time. Amp this up a little bit by reaching the left knee towards the right wrist, right knee towards the left wrist. Continue doing that. Amp it up a little bit more if you'd like by touching the opposite hand to opposite knee and then setting it back down. Whatever your preferred movement is right now, we're doing it for 4, 3, keep breathing, strong in the arms, 2, and 1. Press it down. Inhale, straight up, so knees are pulling into the earth now. Maybe the tops of the feet come into the earth. Maybe your toes are still tucked, it's your choice. Inhale, pull the sternum up towards the sky. Little back bend, little camel. Open it up. Breathe. Knees engaging with the earth, and now chest opening towards the sky. You can release the hands, bring them up, reach them back. Maybe tuck them right underneath your hips. Palms pressing into the hips. Press the hips forward a little bit more. Press the elbows back and together. Open up that camel just a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Breathing down. Inhale up from the side. And exhale. Palms to center. Walk those hands back out into your table. From your table, pull those knees up and hold. Inhale, exhale, tuck your chin, look towards the knees, and then begin to straighten the legs. Press the heels down, and we've transitioned now into downward dog. Roll those shoulders, wave those hips. Any movement you would really like to do, your body will tell you. Go ahead and listen. Inhale and exhale. Pull those heels up off the ground, bend the knees. Now we're going to start to wave the spine forward from the tailbone by using the straightening of the legs as the trigger. So the legs start to straighten, tailbone starts to curl down, and then slowly open back up. Chin goes from tuck to out, so now we're at our full plank and hold. Everything is engaged. Inhale, pull that tailbone up and reach it back into your downward facing dog. Pull those heels up, bend the knees. Pull, press the knees forward, pull the spine in a nice long wave, opening up the chest when you get to the front. Inhale, and pull yourself back into your downward facing dog. One more time. Heels come up, bend the knees. As the legs straighten, the spine unfurls into a nice long plank. Inhale and exhale. Walk it out. Walk those feet a little bit closer together. Bring those heels up off the ground, and this time swivel the toes towards the right, bending the knees towards the right. So now we're opening nice and long across the right side of the body. Inhale, same wave posture, only this time we have a little bit of a twisted plank. Shoulders square towards the floor, hips are now a little off center, and bring it back to your regular downward dog. Swivel those knees over to the other side. Inhale into that stretch on the left, so toes and knees pointing towards the left side. Inhale, wave the body forward, little twisted plank, engaging the abs. Inhale, exhale, bring it back to center. One more time through the center. Inhale, wave it forward. Exhale, bring the knees down. And with strength in your arms, slowly unfurl the other way. Tops of the thighs come down, hips come down, belly button, and then each rib cage. Roll the shoulders back and open up the chest a little bit. Press tops of the feet into the mat and inhale your chest forward, using the back body to really engage, pulling those shoulder blades back Elbows back, maybe bring the palms up off of the floor, reach forward. Inhale. Bring the palms back down, and exhale, continue that pulling of the back body as you reach your chest up into upward facing dog. Inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Beautifully done. Inhale, exhale, wide mouth. 2 more times. Inhale, pulling the heels down, pressing the palms into the mat. Exhale, tailbone pointed up, rib cage towards the tops of your thighs. Relax the head. Inhale and exhale. Open mouth. Look towards those hands and take little steps or big steps or one big hop all the way up to the top of the mat where we release in our forward fold. Roll those shoulders. Release the palms. Maybe grab opposite elbow with opposite hand, letting the neck totally decompress. Breathe. Release those hands if you've been holding your forearms. Bend the knees. And then pulling the lower belly up, slowly rise. Unraveling the body. Inhale, arms come all the way up. And exhale to prayer. So in our flow today, we are going to be focusing a lot on tree, that beautiful balance in between grounding and flying. One of the beautiful balances that give us a chance to practice both of those options. One thing to remember in your tree is to always keep those rib cages tucked in, folded in and pointing towards, trying to tie them to the tops of your hip. If we're losing balance in tree or any other balance posture, generally it's because the chest is starting to fly up, and it flies up and backwards. Even if our belly is tight, we start to fall. Pull the rib cage down to use your core to find that center line along the front and back of the body to pull everything tighter together to maintain your balance. So we're going to do a flow that I will use as a refrain of sorts. We'll come back to this flow repeatedly as we continue our exploration of grounding and growing. So let's start with that flow at the front of your mat in a nice mountain posture. Inhale. Exhale. Shift the weight to the left. Bring the right toes up. Let's go to your tree. Remembering that tree can be done at various levels with the balanced, the straight leg, the core leg, straight into the floor. The balancing leg at this point is our right leg can cup the calf. The toe can touch the floor, and if you need to use your hands, you can bring that foot all the way up into the inner groin. Either way, the glutes are engaged, the hips are ever widening, the abs are pulling down, and the chest is nice and light. Create a sense of lightness in the body in this tree posture, and breathe. Inhale your arms up, and now release that balancing foot and pull that knee up out to the side. Pull those elbows now back to your cactus posture. Try to pull that right knee all the way up to the right elbow, really getting glutes and inner thigh here. Inhale and exhale. Bring elbows and knee forward. Bring that right heel to the glute. Let the palms swing down, moving the hands towards the hips as we transition into a balancing posture towards airplane. Keep those hips square. Keep the back of the body nice and tight, using it to elevate the entire body. Lean the chest forward just a little bit more. Pull that right foot up just a little bit more. Lean forward, pull up, pull up. Inhale and exhale. Drop the hands down and release over that left leg. Breathe forward. Bend that left leg and slowly bring the right leg down into your lunge. Readjust as necessary. I've got sloped walls and ceilings here coming in from all sides, so we're gonna readjust as we need to. Play around in that lunge any way you need to open up the hips. And then press the right palm into the ground. Similar to what we did in our supported side plank, pull that left arm up and opening up into your twisted lunge. Keep breathing that left knee forward, the back of the right leg up, squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale, exhale, press strongly into the right arm. Open up that chest just a little bit more, reaching the right hand back, and then flow with that. Switch your low leg, that right leg, to press into the blade and pinky toe side of that right leg. Same on that front left leg. The inner foot is pulling up and away. We're still bending that knee, getting a nice stretch across the left hip. Inhale. Maybe press way far into the right side of the body. Press into your side plank and hold. Breathe. Back to your regular plank. Inhale, and we vinyasa. Take your choice of a vinyasa. Knees can come down. Back to your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Look towards the hands. Jump or step your feet as far forward as you can. Adjust to get those feet nice and tight together. Forward fold, release. And then take those arms out to the side. Reverse swan dive. All the way back up, abs engaged. Let's take that flow to the other side. Balancing on the right leg. Left leg comes up, turning it out to your tree. Remembering rib cage tied to the front of the hips. Glutes are engaged. Feel those roots coming down out of the right foot. Reaching far and away from you so they spread out in many different ways and shapes. Every single one is necessary. Every single one is correct. Maybe bring that foot up just a little bit further, all the way up into that leg. If not, hold wherever you are and breathe. Working now on our balance, on using the roots and Mother Earth to ground down, create space for the rest of us to be able to float. Engage the glutes and the inner thigh on that left leg. Bring that left knee up off of the leg, balancing. Arms up and elbows out. So chest is open, really squeezing the back of the body to get the front of the body open, but you also have to squeeze the front body in order to not fall. Inhale, exhale, bring elbows forward and knee forward. Open the palms, let them slide towards the hips. Bring that heel toward the glute. Extend the leg out long as you lean forward into your airplane posture. Square those hips. Belly is tight, chest is open. Try to get that chest just a little bit lower. Then that back left leg pulling up. Engage the glutes. Float the chest up. Back of the hands pulling up. Pull, pull, pull. And release. Hands to the ground. Letting that left leg float. the right leg, stretch. Bend that right leg and slowly release the left. Down to your lunge, again readjusting as necessary. Breathe into that lunge. Press that left hand into the ground. Inhale the right arm up. Really squeezing the inner thighs together, keeping that front right knee nice and parallel, not letting it fall out. That's next. Breathe up and through. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, open up the right side and kind of go with that twist. Placing the weight of the right leg onto the bladed pinky toe side and pulling that, the left leg, but on the right leg, opening up the knee, pressing into the bladed edge of that foot as well. Abs are tight. Inhale. Now press really strongly into the left side. Transition to your side plank. Beautiful. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and back to your front plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Walking things out. If you need to, bring your knees down and into your child's pose. Stretch out the wrists a little bit more. Take a water break. All of that is possible and encouraged right now. We're going to continue to add on to this, or add verses to the refrain. Starting with a regular vinyasa flow. So we come back up to our downward facing dog. Wherever you were, meet me there. And breathe once here, centering, preparing the mind and body. Grounding and floating. Inhale, wave it forward, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that right leg up, stretch. Stretch into that tripod down dog. Bend the knee, heel goes to the glute. Squeeze that knee in towards the nose as you transition into your plank, pressing firmly into the ground. Inhale and exhale. Step that foot forward into your lunge. Roll the left heel down. And inhale, maybe bow and arrow those arms up to your warrior two. Palms down. Really pull the belly in. Push the arms away from the core. Feeling the center of the body, that core line of the body, even though the tailbone isn't touching the ground, feeling that energetic line, being able to sense the core of the earth, even while the legs are firmly gripping into your warrior two. Now press that front right heel up. A little stiletto posture for you here. Inhale, bend a little bit further. Drop those hips. Press that heel forward, strong arms. Breathe into it. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Drop that right heel. Bring that left arm forward. Swivel that left heel up off the ground. Lean forward just a little bit, and as gently as you can, transition yourself into your tree. Hold a low tree here, remembering to keep the body nice and centered, but this time float that right heel up off the ground. Maybe you balance here beautifully, maybe you wobble a lot, maybe you end up doing calf raises. We're trying to balance in tree on our tiptoes. Beautiful. Last one, bring the heel up and set it down. Inhale the knee up off of that tree, Open the palms forward into your cactus arms. Inhale and exhale. Elbows and knees forward. Breathing just a little bit more in this. Moving a little bit faster with that breath. Inhale, leaning into your airplane, and exhale, release. Drop that left leg. Open up into your twisted lunge. Inhale. Exhale, press strongly into that left side of the body as you twist into your side plank. Now maybe you put that left knee down. Maybe that right leg is still on the floor. It doesn't matter. You're doing amazing. Inhale and exhale to your plank. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze that left heel to the glute. And then the knee to the nose, pressing away from the ground with toes and hands. Really engaging the abs. Set that left foot down. Roll the right heel down. Open bow and arrow arms into this nice warrior. Feeling the groundedness of the feet. As the feet ground, the ankles pull up, straight up from the feet. The front knee is right above that ankle. The back knee is pulling your energy into the center of the body. Pull that center in from the front knee at an angle. Hopefully it's a right angle. If not, that's also fine. But everything is pulling in towards the center. Everything moving from the core and allowing the arms to extend out. Raise that left front heel up and extend. Beautiful stiletto posture, heel here, heel is up. Beautiful calves. Everyone looks great. Inhale, exhale. Bring that left heel down. Bring that right palm forward to meet the left. Right heel comes up into a lunge. Inhale, and then as gently as possible, press yourself forward into your tree. Now we know where we're going, into a balance. And that's why for this one I suggested a low tree. Press that left heel up off the ground, let it float. Breathe. Keep pressing it up. Up and down is okay. Even for a moment, we fly. It's wonderful. Last one. Reach it up. And exhale, let that heel down. Bring that right knee up off of your tree, opening up your chest. Open chest, squeezing back. Inhale and exhale. Bring elbows and knee forward. Swing it back, transitioning with fluidity and power to your airplane. Inhale, exhale, palms come down. Inhale, bend that left leg. Release that right leg down into your lunge. Press that right hand and open up the left hand into your twist. Inhale. And exhale, move into your side plank. Really pressing those hips up. Inhale. Exhale. Turn palms to the ground. Regular plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Once again, coming to hands and knees, child's pose, wrist stretching, whatever you need to at this time. Deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Inhale that right leg up. Stretch it out. Exhale, sweep it through, pressing hands into the mat and back into your lunge. Roll that left foot down and inhale up to your warrior two. This time taking that left hand, turning it to face the back of the body And then placing the back of that left hand on the back of your back. If it's comfortable for you, maybe reach around, use that hand to grip the right side of your hips or the front of the right leg. So we have a half bind here. Turn that front right palm open. Reach the chest over towards that front right leg, and then exhale, reverse that warrior with a half bind. So really pressing your knee of that front right leg towards the pinky toe. Make sure it doesn't bend in towards the heel. Strengthen the arms, strengthen the core, reach it back, inhale, and exhale. Keep that half bind there. Roll that left heel up. So this is just with one hand. Inhale and exhale, come to your tree. Now here's an option that you can do with your tree. If you can, bring that left foot up, grab hold of the top of the foot with the right hand, and see if we can place that left foot right on top of the right thigh. Now if you're really great, you can hold your left toes with the left hand, or you can grab a hold of your right bicep with that left arm behind your back, and we balance here in tree. Half bind. So again, the chest is open, the core is tight, shoulders are pulling down away from the ears, left inner thigh is opening, right leg is rooted strongly into the ground. And breathe, inhale, exhale, unravel that left leg, bring it up and out to the side, release that right hand and left leg and open up out into your open posture here. Inhale, exhale, knee down. Inhale, transition to your airplane, and exhale, transition to your lunge. Inhale, open up the twist, and exhale, continue twisting those hips into your side plank. Inhale and side plank, exhale into your plank. Inhale and plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Squeeze heel to glute. Squeeze nose to knee, really pulling the abs in. And release that left foot forward, right foot back. Windmill the arms up into your warrior two. And now the right hand, palm goes back, reach the fingertips around towards that front left leg. Again, if you need to use that other arm to get the hand around, as long as the shoulder is not pulled out of location, that's totally fine. Turn the left palm up. Inhale, reach the chest forward, bend so nicely onto that front leg, and open, reversing that warrior with your half bind. Wherever you are in your half bind is perfectly fine. If you can't reach that front left hip, as long as the back of that right palm is reaching towards the back of the body and towards the front, you are doing beautifully. Inhale and exhale, come out of your reverse warrior. Rotate that right heel up, kind of a one-armed lunge. Inhale and exhale. Transition forward to your tree by bringing that right hand up. Left hand goes to the top of the right foot. Squeeze that right heel right into the top of the left thigh. Go ahead and grab a hold of the left bicep with the fingertips, tips of the right hand. Use the inner thigh to press that right knee open. Feet are engaged. Lightness across the chest. Firmness all the way down that left leg. Beautiful. One more deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and unwind that right arm. Bring it up to your cactus hands. Release that right leg with the left hand. Squeeze that knee up to the right elbow. Inhale. Elbow and knees come together and then float back into your airplane. Inhale. And exhale. Reach it down and come into your lunge. Inhale, lunge, left foot forward. Exhale, twist. Open with that left hand up. Inhale, press into the right side of the body. Open up onto your right side plank. Inhale. And exhale. Bring those chests forward to your plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press the heels to the mat. Press the palms into the floor. And breathe. Deep breath in through the nose. Inhale. Exhale, mouth open. 2 more times. Bring the knees down and sit back into a kneeling position. We do have one more flow to do. Rotate your wrists while we prepare for this. Same refrain, a little bit different of a final balance, final tree balance. But what I want you to do for our final refrain is powering up that final vinyasa. We're going to go for a full tree side plank, which will move into challenge. Keep your feet in that tree posture. So we have a lateral tree to do our full vinyasa. It sounds a lot worse than it really is. I think you're going to love it. So let's move into our final balance and tree exploration here. Grounding into the earth, sending the hips up into your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bend that leg, squeeze it all the way in, pressing away from the earth, flying with the core. Bring that right foot down, right in between the hands. Rather than opening up into your warrior 2, I want you to come straight up into a lunge. Pulling the abs in, pressing the knee here. Now go ahead and let that left knee come to the ground. Bring the right hand down, reaching fingertips towards the floor, and reach the left hand over the body. Feeling that nice stretch all the way from the left knee up into the left side of the body. If you're arching too much, you won't get that full feeling, so make sure to pull those rib cages down. Breathe. Beautiful stretch. Inhale. Bring the right hand back up. Press into the left leg, bringing yourself back up into your full lunge. Inhale and reach forward. Exhale, gently transition into tree. Your favorite tree here, toe can be on the ground, cupping the calf, or all the way up. I'm going to go ahead and turn to face you. All the way up into the inner thigh. Inhale the arms up. Now this time, drop that left hand, fingertips towards the floor, and reach open on the right side. So if we could draw a line from that right tip of the middle finger to that left knee, we'd have a big circle. Really reaching strongly into the earth with that right leg. Inhale and exhale. Bring both hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Open up into your open palms. Bring that knee up and out. Squeeze left knee to left elbow. Slowly transition your foot back, chest forward to your airplane. Inhale. And exhale, slowly transition to your lunge. Inhale, twisting into that lunge. Exhale, turn all the way into the side plank, but instead of placing that right foot stacked, maybe place it in a low tree, so cupping that left calf. If you can get it up any higher, that's awesome. I can't, that's okay. Inhale, exhale, turn up just on the left toes. Really use that inner thigh and glute to keep that right knee out. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, toe tips are still on the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, release that right leg. Open it up into a nice stretch across the body. That was pretty great, wasn't it? Let's do the other side. Bring the right leg down. Walk it out. Reach that left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Heel to glute. Squeeze the nose and knee together, pressing away from the earth with your abs. Squeeze that leg forward. Left leg forward into your lunge. Inhale up. Full lunge. Breathe it up. Inhale. And then slowly lower that right knee onto the ground. Drop the left hand, reach up and over on the right side. If you're really into it, that right knee can be off of the ground, but I find the stretch is a lot more accessible with the knee down. Breathe. Inhale, bring the arms back up and together. Squeeze that right knee up off of the ground. Inhale, reach it forward, and exhale, bringing yourself back up to tree. Your favorite tree posture. Find that balance. Inhale, reach the right hand, palm open, fingertips down towards the floor. Left hand goes up, core is engaged. Left foot is nice and strong, and now open up the left side of the body, reaching towards that right knee. Everything nice and engaged. Breathe. You got this. All the muscles in the body fitting into each other. Strongly reaching down to the earth as well as away from it. Inhale. Bring the arms up. Exhale, arms open, elbows down, football goalpost, palms forward. Release that right knee or that right foot from the leg. Squeeze that right knee up. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, slowly open into your airplane. Reach the chest forward, back of the body engaged. Inhale and exhale. Transition to your lunge. Inhale, open up the left hand. Exhale, slowly rotate into that side plank. Bring that left knee out to the side. Hold that lateral tree. You are looking amazing. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left palm down. Really keep those glutes and inner thighs engaged to keep your left knee out. Inhale, you got it. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And release that left leg. Open it up, dropping the toes towards the right side of the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Release. Inhale, bring the knees down onto the mat. Exhale, coming up into a kneeling position. We're going to revisit camel with a nice open heart. So your camel may be touching heels. It may be pressing palms to the lower back. It might be arms reaching up and over. It's whatever you need to do. Roll those shoulders back. Squeeze the elbows together. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the abs. Let that chest start to reach up. Press the hips forward. Let that chest reach up and back even more. If you'd like to reach for the heels, grab the heels, and then re-explore. That's fine too. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, glutes together, chest rising up and towards the back of the room. 2 more breaths. Bring your chest forward, hands to the chest, and slowly sit back down to a kneeling position. Bring those fingertips back to the floor on either side of your hips. Maybe there's a new way you feel connected to the earth. Maybe there's a new way you feel as if you could just push away and float, connected to the heavens. Those eyes float open, bring hands to the tops of the thighs. Let's explore an inversion. If you have headstand in your practice, you're welcome to take your headstand with us. If you are super amazing at inversions and you have a wall available and you want to try this with handstand, that's wonderful. Or you can also with me explore a plow and shoulder stand. I will face a little bit the opposite direction here. Bring those heels out long. If you're going into your shoulder stand, if you're going into headstand, crown of the head goes towards the floor at this time. Inhale and exhale. Rolling the body down, placing the palms onto the mat, bringing the toes up. Inhale, exhale, shoot the toes back a little bit. Turn the palms of the hand towards the hips. Really squeeze those shoulders together as you now press the toes all the way up to the ceiling, trying to get a straight line as possible. Inhale, maybe explore tree while you're here in your inversion. Letting gravity do the work of bringing that knee and heel towards the center of your body. You don't have to worry about where it falls. If it touches the knee, that's actually okay. We don't have any weight on that knee. Maybe we try the other side. Continuing to press the hips up, toes reaching towards the top of the sky. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. If you are in shoulder stand, you're going to let those toes reach behind you. If you are in headstand, feel free to take child's pose or rabbit. Take 2 breaths in whatever posture you are in. And then slowly come back down to the mat. From wherever you are, lying with your back on the mat, knees in towards the chest. Clasp your hands across your shins as far as they'll reach, and then press the knees further into the chest while also pulling the tailbone flat against the earth. Nice elongation of the spine here. Let the back of the neck open, tucking the chin. Grab a hold of the left leg, let the right leg fall towards the earth, floating down. Squeeze the knee up into the chest. Inhale. And exhale, release. Bend that right knee, placing the foot flat to the earth, and cross that left ankle over the top of the right leg, letting that left left knee fall out and open. Inhale. Exhale, reach through to grab the top of the shin or the back of the right leg, and then relax your chest to the mat. Stretching into a reclined pigeon or a 4 posture, whatever your favorite name is. Letting the chest relax, letting that left hip release. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Release that right leg. Let the palms go out to the mat, right about shoulder height. And transition that left knee to be right in line with your nose. That left foot can be right on top of the right knee. So now we have knees stacked more or less in a line. Inhale. And exhale, just let that whole line of bent knees float over to the right side of the body. Into a spinal twist, lying on your mat. Letting the left side of the body melt into the floor. Let that left armpit just relax. Feel where that left hip inserts into the lower back. Is there tension there? Release it. Inhale, bring both knees back up. Breathe the knees together, squeeze everything in, chin to chest, shoulders towards the knees, knees towards the chest. Inhale and exhale. Capture that right knee, let the left knee float back into the mat. Inhale, bringing that right knee up into the chest, elongating across the left side. Inhale. Exhale, release that stretch. Bend the left leg, foot flat to the floor. Place that right ankle over the left knee. Let that right ankle, or let that right knee float open. Inhale. Exhale, reach through in between your legs and around. Catch the back of the left leg or the front of the left shin and release back down. Breathing into an openness on the left hip. Visualizing sensation of floating, seeing water, waves of movement, gentle ripples, releasing any tension in the lower back, hip, and pelvic area. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands. Let that left leg float to the floor. Stop it when the palm of the foot or hits the mat. Palms out to the side and bring that right knee up to face your nose. We have more or less, again, a straight line. On the opposite side, inhale, press the shoulder blades into the mat. Exhale, let both knees, as much as one unit as you can, just float over to the side. Maybe you catch that right knee with the left hand to continue the stretch. Release the right rib cage into the mat. does that right hip feel differently than the left hip? Breathe into that space. Find opening and release. Continuing to breathe. Inhale, bring the knees back up. Holding on to the knees, maybe rolling the knees and rolling out the lower back here. Releasing all the way into the mat to enjoy a Savasana, a nice relaxing release into the floor. Continue to take that relaxing posture, breathing into the mat, releasing the whole of the body, letting the mat hold you exactly where you are. Being grateful that that place where you are is one where you know you have a beautiful ability to float and to stay grounded. Letting that groundedness give you permission to grow. I hope this practice has been meaningful for you on this Earth Day. Be well. Namaste.